Humans are constantly evolving. We change, we grow, we fall, we thrive. But as the centuries pass us by, one thing remains the same. People have questions, and they need help finding answers. From prayer to parchment, books to blackberries, Ask Jeeves to Siri, we keep asking who, what, when, where, why. We keep searching. Information is limitless. There are endless paths to knowledge. With all this noise, it's increasingly difficult to stand out, and even harder to capture attention. Since your company's founding, you've amassed countless knowledge. Whether your brand has been around for 2 years or 200, you have the wisdom your customers need. Now you need to connect. It's time to reveal it to the world. It's time to channel what you know into marketing that gives people what they need. You can change a life for the better. You can be the answer. Welcome to C3.
I'm setting out into the great unknown. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm ready. Ready to live out every single
Good morning, good afternoon, good day. It's very, very amazing to be here. So we are here in the New World Stages in New York City recording live. Thank you everyone for joining. I miss seeing everybody in person, but I'm very happy to be here, and we've put on a great 2 days. So hope to get you excited, get you inspired, and we've got some phenomenal content. This event's about a little bit about evolution, so I thought I'd talk for a moment about the evolution of this event. It's interesting, we have very humble beginnings. I remember 2012, so 9 years ago, we had our very first C3. It was in the basement of the Tribeca Grand Hotel, and we begged and borrowed and did everything. I think we actually paid people to come to that event. And fast forward today, we are here with over 4,000 people around the world, and it's just remarkable. It's a testament to this industry, and just we're so happy to be here with you. I wanted to just make a huge thank you to the sponsors. These are companies that our customers work with and use and enjoy their products and services, and we've had a great experience working with them. So the sponsors on the screen, you can find out about them in the networking center, in the app. But thank you for being here. Thank you for helping us put this event on. And something we've done since the very, very beginning of the very first C3 is Conductor actually has a foundation. And the foundation is about giving our products and services to mission-based nonprofit organizations. They have the same needs as commercial organizations, getting their message in front of the world and getting found. And every year at C3, we give a grant of our entire product and service to an organization that we choose. And I'm very, very excited this year to announce the winner is the Sunrise Movement. It's a youth-led movement focused on stopping climate change and creating millions of good jobs at the same time. We're really thrilled to support them and get behind them. And just huge congratulations to the Sunrise Movement, their digital team, their digital product leader, Evan. We're so excited to work with you. And I know you're out there somewhere. So we're going to give you everything we have in this next year. And thank you. Thanks for being here and being part of this. And last but not least, just thanks to all of our customers. It's been a wild last 12 months for all of us through this pandemic and the crazy times. We've been extremely blessed here at Conductor to experience record growth in our customer base, and it's because of the tremendous amount of confidence that our customers have in us. And we just wanted to, on behalf of everybody from around the world at Conductor, to all of you, thank you so much for all of your support. It really means so much to us. It powers us. And thank you to everyone who's here today. Customers, non-customers, folks in the industry, we are just so grateful, and this event is opening our heart and sharing what we have and what we know and everything we can to be helpful. So just thank you. So as you can see by now, this event is about evolution, and in thinking about the content, I thought we would make a quick nod to Mr. Evolution himself. There he is, Charles Darwin, seen in his favorite t-shirt, his favorite Conductor t-shirt. So Darwin, a little brief history lesson here, right? Darwin figured out that the survival of a species wasn't about how strong you were or how intelligent you were, but survival was about your ability to change, your ability to adapt. And in simple words, adapt or die. Unfortunately, the dinosaurs didn't quite get the message. So about 65 million years ago, a giant asteroid came, blew up everything, volcanoes erupted, it was Armageddon. And unfortunately, the trees died, and subsequently, the dinosaurs died. And it's a sad time, extinction, mass extinction. However, there's one dinosaur that survived. It's these cute little guys. So birds, specifically birds with beaks. So the trees were all on the floor and blown up, but there were seeds and there were nuts, and the birds with beaks figured out how to crack these nuts open and eat the seeds off the ground, and they adapted, and they survived. And fast forward 65 million years later, we are here with birds in spades. So what's the point of all of this, right? Well, the world will change. Those who adapt will survive. And for all of us marketers, we got to be the bird. We have to be the bird because once again, we're going through major change in the world, and our ability to adapt is going to be the difference maker between whether we end up like dinosaurs or we end up like the bird. And I'm pushing for the bird. So a little bit of evolution on search. So it's important to remember that people have been searching since the history of recorded history. A long time ago, I imagine you waited online for your quarterly visit with your village elder. Eventually, you went to the library, you spoke to a librarian, or you read an encyclopedia. Maybe if you were looking for a phone number, we used to have these big books, yellow pages, and you'd find business, and I want to find a laundromat, and you'd find one, and you'd look for one, and you'd call them up. Maybe you have a friend who knows a lot about cars, or a neighbor who's good at gardening. This is how you would find information, and it's highly, highly inefficient, and it's even very hard to even get validation of whether the information that you got was right. Then once again, boom, everything exploded, right? We got hit by a digital asteroid, ones and zeros for everyone, and digital changed everything. And that was the birth of search engines, and we started off with Hotbot and Lycos and Ask Jeeves, and then eventually Google came. And year by year, people discovered that Google was the best way to get answers. And the way that people searched and the way that we sought information just evolved tremendously from where we were 5, 10, 15 years ago. And that's not the only thing that changed. Pretty much everything in our life has been changed by digital. It's amazing just to think about it. When we're not sleeping and when we're not working, digital pretty much controls, it impacts everything we do. We choose what we want. We choose the entertainment. We choose how we access our friends. We choose what music we listen to. We choose when and where and how we buy things. And in putting this presentation together, it just made me realize of something that I say every year at C3. Let's take a look. What do people do when they have choice? They choose content over ads. They choose content over ads. The days of paying for your customers' attention as the only way to get in front of them, those days are over. The new customer has choice, and when people have choice, what do? They choose content over ad. But now people have choice, and if you give them value, whether it's in an ad or whether it's in content, they'll go through it, and if you don't, then they won't. You can't buy attention, you have to earn it. You have to earn it. And the only way to earn attention is by giving someone something valuable. And marketers can keep trying to push and buy people's time, but it is getting more expensive, and the results keep going down and down and down. Buying an audience is really a losing strategy. People have been avoiding advertising every year more and more. People are asking for help more than ever before. They're asking Alexa, they're searching on Google, they're searching on YouTube. So very apparent that I chose T-shirts over sports coats. But I'm going to say it one more time, right? And I think this year it matters more than ever because so much has changed in the world, but the customer is in control. And if you cannot earn that customer's attention, then it's going to be very, very, very hard to succeed. And I think as an industry and as marketers, it's an incredible opportunity, but we have to act, we have to adapt, and we have to make this choice, and we have to lead our organizations through it. And like all things, there's good news here, right? Because I think as the buying attention door closes, there's a new and much better door that is opening. And we think about this as perhaps the greatest marketing opportunity ever. And it comes back to search. It's profound. There's over 20 billion searches happening every single day. It's incredible. It's more than half of all the traffic to the internet comes through search engine. That's more than all the cat videos and movies and Fortnite battles and e-commerce transactions and all the crazy stuff that happens on the web. Search is bigger than all of it. And it's interesting because we pretty much don't do anything as society right now and as people without asking Google or asking YouTube or asking Alexa, especially when it comes to buying things with respect to B2B purchases or B2C purchases. We're constantly searching. And what I've always found interesting is, people go to Google or they go to YouTube and they think that it's actually Google or YouTube that's giving you the answer, and it's actually not. What they do is they connect you with the answer. So who is providing the answers to these questions? You might be asking. And it's very clear. It's creators, it's content marketers, it's nonprofit organizations, it's businesses, it's you. All of you are the ones that are the folks behind answering these questions, are the ones who could answer these questions. And although you can't buy attention, earning it is way better because you help people and you grow your visitors and you build trust and you build a competitive advantage. There's all these companies going public in the last year, and you can read in a lot of their S1s that their content strategy is a differentiator between why they're better than the competition. And it's an amazing opportunity to evolve, to bring value to the front of the process. Now, why are you the ones to show up? And I think about it very simply. It's because your companies have great wisdom. From the moment you or your founders started your organizations, you've been building expertise. You've been solving problems, you've been finding what works, you've been creating solutions, you've been learning from all your mistakes. And your organization is just in an incredible position to be on the other side of all the questions relating to the products you sell and the problems you solve. So it's really an amazing time to bring that wisdom to the surface in pretty much every aspect of your digital, from the content you create to the words on your product pages and everything in between. And for us here at Conductor, this is our mission. This is why we exist. This is what gets me out of bed every morning and drives the soul and passion of our company. But it's a mission for everyone, which is, how do you transform your marketing into a force for helping people? How do we empower you to use marketing and connect your customer needs with the wisdom of your organization and bring that into everything you do digital, everything you do marketing? We really believe that creating marketing should and could be a North Star for every marketer and every marketing organization. And what's important to know is that it's not just because this serves a higher purpose and we want to leave the world better than where we came in, but it also drives real results. It drives revenue. It's predictable. It's repeatable. It's sustainable, and it's really how you succeed in the digital future. So one of the things we love at Conductor is sharing stories from our customers who are doing this, literally doing this and seeing the results. And I'm about to share an incredible story from an organization who continues to do phenomenal work and important work when the world needs it most. Here is Gabrielle from Johns Hopkins Medicine.
I'm Gabriel Tenero. I work with Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital, and we're a freestanding children's hospital on the west coast of Florida and a full member of Johns Hopkins Medicine with about 4,000 employees. We were really kind of doing not really optimization, search engine optimization. It was kind of do no harm search engine optimization, where we made sure that a lot of the technical things were straightened out, but we really weren't focusing on using it strategically until members of our team were hired. I think the first thing that we did was find out some of the things that we were doing harm, get those technical items fixed. But one of the best things that we did was we moved away from sort of general thinking just about SEO from a brand perspective and really getting into using it specifically to try and drive traffic to service line content. It's really foundational in the process. SEO has got to be there from the very beginning because it's in the conversations that we have when we talk to our service line people, and our job is to map the words that they use and the language that they use to meet their particular needs onto the language that our patients and families are looking for and the language that they use. We've had great results in search engine optimization. This is our first year, so I'm just have compared, this February against last February. But we've more than doubled our search traffic coming from organic to the website, and to some of our strategic content, to our articles. We've actually we're doing like 500 times the page views that we were doing last year from organic. So the results have been fantastic.
So, love that story. You may be thinking, well, they're Johns Hopkins Medicine, and it's important to know that this doesn't apply. This applies to every vertical, every channel, every type of business model. Check out this article from our customer Casper. So they realized over the pandemic that one, people were buying a lot more mattresses, and two, they were also getting a lot of pets. So you put those things together, and you get pets that are peeing on mattresses. So they found that people were searching for answers around this and what to do about this, and they created this beautiful piece of content. It's really outstanding, and it's become I think it's their #1 piece of content on their entire website in a matter of less than a year, and it's really from listening to their customers. Another example, and this is from our customer and our friends at Prudential. So they realized again over the course of the pandemic that unfortunately, it's that people were looking for life insurance more than ever before, and there were all kinds of new queries that were coming up relating to life insurance with respect to the pandemic. So they actually took some content they have, they added a bunch of the answers to the new questions that customers were asking for, they updated their content, they found a better process to get it live faster, and it's seen over 200% increase in visitors, over 400% increase in page views. They've helped a lot of people through the content that they've created, but they've also generated a meaningful amount of new quotes on a year-over-year basis. So it's pretty exciting. It makes me think about what does it take to actually show up in a search engine. And for those who've been maybe in this industry for a while, you know that it used to be like if you wanted to show up, you just had to jam a bunch of keywords in your pages. I tell our customers, if anyone ever tells you to increase your keyword density, you should just run as far away as possible. Get some keywords, get some links. Those days are long gone because the search engines have evolved tremendously, and they've evolved to a place where great content is actually what shows up. So what we tell our customers today, and what we've been telling them for the last few years, is there is only one algorithm that matters, and that's the heart, the mind, and the soul of the customer. If you know what people want, and you know who they are, and you give them what they need, then you're going to succeed. And the interesting thing is that showing up #1 or 2 or 3 in Google right now, it used to be like, well, that's great. We have a #1 ranking, so we got traffic, so that's great. We make some money from that. It has a much bigger meaning right now because we live in a world where perception is reality. So what we've found is that people will use your position in a search engine to judge the quality of your product and your position in the market. Showing up at top means that you're a leader. And being on the second page, it simply means you're irrelevant. Now, whether that's fair or not, that's a different debate. But that is the way that the consumer operates. If you're on top, you're the best. So I hope that I've created a bit of urgency and excitement around getting great at this. We need to evolve to get great at it. And it's also important to know that this is a completely different beast. You can't take the old ways of doing marketing and apply it to organic marketing and be successful. Everything's different. I want to jump into that a little bit. Starting at the very high level, a key difference is about how you drive results. In many areas of marketing, both traditional and other forms of digital marketing, it's about spend. You can hire an agency, you can deploy capital, it's what did I spend and what did I get back? In organic, it's very much about taking action. It's about doing work. You can't go to your SEO team and say, hey, give me $10 million more of SEO next week. It just doesn't work that way. It's very different. It's as part of that, it's like other forms of marketing and traditional marketing. You have maybe 3, 4, 5 campaigns that you run every year. In organic marketing, it's thousands of micro campaigns. It's all this stuff that you're getting done daily, weekly, monthly. It's a whole different beast. And as a result, your teams need to be very different. So traditional marketing teams, very lean. You lean very hard on third parties. Modern marketing teams, ones that are great at organic marketing, they're building organizations, they're building content teams, they're building web teams, they're building SEO teams. And these teams are the ones who are doing all of this work and driving the success. Now, this is a menu that we put together. It's an abbreviated version of all the kinds of stuff you do in organic marketing. And whether you're a CMO or whether you're a tactical practitioner, I think it's very important to understand that this is the currency we're dealing with. These are the kinds of things that our people and our teams are doing every day. We're changing title tags. We're optimizing meta tags. We're doing competitive research. We're optimizing a page. And then we're seeing whether it worked or not, and then going back to it and making an improvement. These are the thousands of micro events that have to happen, week after week, month after month. So we've been watching this. So I always say I've never been in your shoes, but we've got to watch everybody succeed and fail. And when we look at our customers and the market, and we say, why are some companies so good? And why do they get great results year after year? And some companies don't. Some companies get better, then they get worse. They're not sustained. And what we found was a few really glaring things. And the biggest one was that it's about their agility. The great companies are able to move fast. They're able to get more stuff done without sacrificing quality. In fact, improving quality. They're able to move quickly and execute with quality, and they get really good results. So you might be thinking, yes, we want to move faster, and we know that there's a ton of obstacles that get in your way. I mean, we hear them all the time. We're very intimately connected with them. Things like, I can't get any stories in the sprint queue, or my content team only wants to work on brand or promotional stuff, or it just takes forever to make a change. It takes me 3 months or 6 months to make a change to my title tag. The list goes on, and I get it, but that's the adaptation that's required here, because we have to remind ourselves our customers are looking, in many cases by the millions for what we do. And this is a chart we show people all the time. There's millions of people looking for what you do, and if you're only getting found 1 or 2 or 3% of the time, that means that your leadership is getting compromised by someone else who's answering the question. They're the one that's educating the customer, and that can't happen. That has to be you. So you have to be motivated. You have to take that step. Now, while the change I think that's going on in the world, very much triggered and accelerated by the pandemic, is a revolutionary change, the way that we get better is very evolutionary. And no matter where you are in this journey, and this is like a framework that we created, which I'm going to get into in a little bit, you have to make process. You have to make that step. You have to get forward. You have to move forward. So I'm going to go a little bit into what we've learned about the foundational elements of making progress. But I wanted to start with a customer who's done some incredible work just over the last 2 years in going from point A to B to C. And Ashley is going to share her story. So here's Ashley from Braunability.
My name's Ashley Bentledge, and I'm the Associate Digital Product Manager at Braunability. And Braunability has been the leading creator of wheelchair-accessible vehicles. We launched the current website on December 19th, 2018. At that time, we were just surviving, and we were seeing lackluster stats regarding organic sessions. But as of last week, we have seen an increase of 212% since we launched our site. At Braunability, we went through this process, and it's not a process that's going to happen overnight. We had to work to create a solid technical foundation. It's like your house. If you don't have a good foundation for your house, your walls are going to crack. And we wanted to make sure our new website had a solid foundation, so we were set up for success. Our next step was to develop new content for our website to build upon that solid foundation. We created a content calendar, and one of our first steps was to go into the site and update our blog, because that's where most of our content lived. And then we were able to use the Searchlight tool to see how much that work increased our organic sessions. So with that data, we were able to start evangelizing SEO within the company.
Okay, thank you, Ashley. So as I shared earlier, we're it's our job here at Conductor to understand what's going on. And as I shared, we found that definitively the companies that got the best results were the ones that were moving faster. But we wanted to dig further. We wanted to dig further. Like, why are some companies able to move faster? What is it about them that makes them successful? And where we found the differentiation lived in these four, pillars of their organizations: their people, the processes, their metrics, and their technology. And I wanted to just share a little bit about what we think good looks like and what are some of the ways to think about these four areas. So to start, organic is all about people, like all things. It's all about people. It's a team sport. It takes collaboration between the SEO team, the content team, the web team. And what we find almost all the time, right, is that these teams are not collaborating, and it's because they have different leadership, different goals, different ways of determining their success. And while they like each other, they're not working well together. And when we look at the great companies and the ones that are really making progress, these teams are working together, and they're all around the line around the customer, all the way down to their weekly sprint planning, their content calendaring, and how they execute. And actually, at 2 o'clock Eastern today, we have a session on the mechanics of how you do this. It's called SEO as a Team Sport, so I suggest you listen in on that. So even if your people are collaborating, the workflow and the process is just as important. If people are working together, but it takes 6 weeks for you to create a piece of content or 8 weeks to update a meta tag, your process could really be broken. And what we found at the great companies is they have this curiosity of understanding, well, what are all the stuff we want to get done? And how do we get it done faster? And they're looking for bottlenecks. They're looking for things that get in the way. And they're saying, how can we chip away at this? How can we have a special process for these kinds of things so we can go faster? But we can almost guarantee that if you can get more stuff done faster, you're no doubt going to get better results. So moving over to metrics. So the metrics of the great companies. Most of the companies we talk to, and mostly everyone, is doing some kind of visitor analysis. How many visitors did we get this year? How many did we get last year? And this makes sense. Relative measurement. And if I said, hey, you got 50% visitor increases, many of you might be happy by that. But what if we also told you that your customers started searching for what you do 300% more? So your market grew by 300%, but you only grew by 50%. Then you might be slightly less excited. The great companies are looking at their market share. What percentage of the time do they get found? They're setting goals around that. They're looking at their competition, saying who's gaining share, who's not. Are we getting share in early stage content, but not late stage content? They have this part of their institutional reporting. It's in their BI systems. It's in their metrics dashboard. It's making its way to their leadership and their executives. And lastly, technology. And it's something we obviously here at Conductor, as a technology company, know quite a bit about. We know it's not great, where you have a bunch of disparate tools that don't talk to each other. You've got rank tracking tools and crawling tools and all kinds of special tools. They don't talk to each other, and you usually have 1 or 2 people at the whole company that know how to use them. We see this quite often. Someone leaves, and you're back to square one. It's inefficient, and it doesn't create that culture of sustainable success in organic marketing. Great companies are investing in platforms that are integrated. So you can go from researching a topic to creating a brief to implementing the changes to measuring the impact of that creative brief in the whole process. They have a hub for insights and action and reporting and collaboration, and it's integrated into their analytics system and their CMS system and their BI tools. This is a vision. I mean, this is what we are building here at Conductor, and the great companies are investing and integrating and driving usage of this. But technology can't just be an application you log into. It needs to be in the places that you're doing work. SEO and organic marketing is not something 2 or 3 people do. It's everyone who touches the site and makes a change is making things better or maybe worse, right, if they're not aware of the changes that they're making. So the technology needs to be in the place where people are doing their work. You can see in this example, this is a page, and they've merchandised it around foam pillows. But Conductor actually is showing that memory foam actually gets a lot more volume than foam. So that's information that you can have just to make a better decision right in that moment. So it's a little bit about what great looks like. We have a bunch of research on this that we can share and do assessments around, which I'm going to provide a link to shortly. I think for all of you, you have to say, where are we and where do we want to get better? You're not going to become great in all these areas, but where can we make progress? Where can we chip away? You have to make a move. And it comes back down to the dinosaurs and the birds. Are you going to cling to the old way? Are you going to accept your company's lack of desire to change, or their processes from years ago that they're continuing in this new world? Or are you going to evolve? Are you going to change? Are you going to challenge the status quo? Are you going to make things better? And my hope for all of you is that you could be the bird. You can be the bird in a conductor t-shirt. And it's important to know that you're not alone on this. One is there's this whole community here. So we have a huge amount of people right here in this session, and you can actually go to the networking session and you can create a business card. And I would love for all of you to make at least 3 contacts here at C3. But also, we're here to help you. We have a maturity assessment that we've spent the last few years working on, and all of this research that I've been referencing that you can get your name on the list to get first access to it. cndr.co/evolve or conductor.com/evolve. So we're here to help. But we're also creating software and technology and applications and innovation around this. And from the end of 2019 to today, we've been going hardcore at saying, how can we make this easier? How can we make you move faster? How can we make you more connected? And I'm excited to share some of the stuff that we've been working on. And I thought before doing that, we were going to have Roger from Welk Resorts share a little bit of his experience with technology and how it's impacted his business. So here's Roger.
Hi, I'm Roger Slobe. I'm the Senior Director for IT, running the Platforms and Engineering and Digital Solutions teams here at Welk Resorts. Welk Resorts is a luxury vacation ownership and rental company, primarily in the Southwest region of the United States, but we also have some resorts as far as Missouri. Back in 2019, we identified the need to really revamp our current rentals platform, welkresorts.com, and we knew at that time SEO is going to be critical for the success of whatever we built out from a user experience perspective. It's great that you have a good user experience, but unless people know about it, it's kind of moot. So we knew as part of that planning effort that in 2020, once we launched, we were going to focus a lot of our time and energy on SEO to really improve our conversions, right? Our goal really is about conversions, and we're very focused on metrics, very focused on results, specifically conversions, just like anybody would be. And so what we did is we knew when 2020 hit, all of that planning effort kind of went upside down, right, because of COVID-19, but we still saw it important enough to invest into our SEO. We put together some really strong business cases around that, and it was just about execution and identifying the right platform. Just like most products, you're looking for, especially from a technical perspective, you're looking for people, you're looking for process, and you're looking for the technology. And you're looking to, especially from an enterprise platform perspective. And Conductor just checked all those boxes very nicely. I would say, what really swayed us with the Conductor platform is the process and the people. The technology, and you have definitely, in my opinion, the strongest technology, but more importantly, it's great to have good technology, but if you don't know what to do with it or how to use it effectively or efficiently, it doesn't do you too much, do you too good. So what we did is, we definitely looked to partner with Conductor, and very happy with the outcomes to date. You brought in the process and you brought in the people to help us understand how to do SEO correctly.
Thank you, Roger. So we're here to help, and we have a few big announcements that we're excited to make today. The first has to do with something I've said a few times, which is organic marketing is this team sport. It's this series of micro actions that pretty much everyone in your digital organization, from products teams, content teams, SEO teams, social media teams, they're all touching the website. And we said, well, we know that all these folks are not going to necessarily log into a software application, but can we bring the most important things to where they are? And where are people? Well, everyone's in the browser. Almost everyone's using Google Chrome. And what we thought was that if we can take the customer insights that are in our platform And we can, because customer insights, what people search in Google, it's really a window into their needs. It's their true intent. And we said, well, these insights are not just for SEO people, and they're not just for content marketers, and they're not just for web teams. They're really for everyone. Everyone searches, and search insights are for everyone. So we are incredibly excited to launch our first free product. So this is a product for the entire community. There's a version for our customers, and there's a version for everyone else. It's called Conductor for Chrome. Without further ado, I'm going to share an overview of what Conductor for Chrome is. So here we go.
Collaboration across SEO, content, and web teams is key to successful organic marketing. But team silos and fragmented tools often hold us back. Conductor for Google Chrome empowers your entire team with the best of Conductor right in your favorite browser. Get real-time insight into website performance and new optimization opportunities. Instantly see the building blocks of any page, yours or a competitor's, like HTML, metadata, keyword count, even user experience metrics. Dig deep into page health and uncover new ways to optimize. See critical errors and get guidance on how to resolve issues that, when corrected, will enhance performance. Conductor for Chrome is also your ticket to better technical SEO. See under the hood with a full view of factors impacting your site, like page speed and redirects. And easily alert your IT team of issues to address. The productivity tools you use every day, like Jira, Asana, Trello, and more, are seamlessly integrated into the extension. Stay on top of your workflow with a full view of your team's briefs, tasks, and activities. And understanding your audience has never been easier. Uncover the keywords a page is ranking for and identify new topic opportunities. Optimize content in over 100 countries and languages so you can connect with customers around the globe. See opportunities in line directly on the page. Then, implement changes to your content in real time with Conductor Live. Seamlessly update your site to increase visibility and click-throughs. Experience the most advanced SEO browser extension ever created, now available for all marketers. Download Conductor for Chrome today.
There we go. So take a minute, download Conductor for Chrome. We are on behalf of our whole R&D team, we're excited to share a piece of all what Conductor is working on with all of you. So that's the first announcement. The second is that we know that this world is changing, and I think in light of all the pandemic and everything going on in the world, we're like, we have to help our customers. We have to do more, and we have to keep evolving and evolve faster ourselves. And as part of that, we've been working on a next generation version of our platform. And it's not quite ready yet, but we're getting there. And we are excited to share a taste of a vision of what we're creating and something that we're going to be rolling out over the course of the year. So here we go, the next generation of Conductor, shared for the first time ever.
Welcome to the next generation of Conductor, a completely reimagined experience, personalized to your role and business goals, and seamlessly integrated with your team's tech stack and data. Conductor is your launchpad for all things organic marketing, designed around your entire workflow, from research to execution to measurement, enabling cross-team collaboration. Customize Conductor to your specific priorities and quickly jump to the info you need from anywhere in the platform. Let's dive in. Great content starts with knowing your customers inside and out. Uncover customer intent and kick off content creation with Conductor's Explorer. Get on-demand, real-time insight into search interest across channels and see the questions people are asking online. Use demographic insights to tailor content to your audience. Brief your content team right from Conductor with actions. Create and then send briefs and follow-ups to your team's favorite task managers like Asana, Workfront, and Trello to transform insight into action. Conductor guarantees your content will make an impact with prescriptive AI recommendations.
Get the winning recipe for how to rank topics that matter most to your audience. Then, publish HTML changes directly to your page in real time with Conductor Live. The optimizations you make have a direct correlation on traffic, conversions, and revenue. And because you need to know about changes in performance ASAP, Conductor automatically alerts your team of page wins and issues. Measuring organic marketing success is essential for getting buy-in from stakeholders. With Conductor's content measurement, dig into the performance of your content at scale. Track performance year over year and see how SEO activities are impacting performance to demonstrate ROI. Track your holistic organic visibility across the web. See your rank performance across digital content for any and every keyword, no matter where that content lives, like YouTube videos, Amazon listings, or even news articles. See your visibility across every location and get competitive intel on your market share. Quickly craft custom reports in workspaces, tailored to the contexts that matter most to your business. Favorite and share with stakeholders for seamless collaboration. Conductor supports holistic business reporting too. Integrate our data into Google Data Studio, Tableau, PowerPoint, Excel, even Slack. And we know your team's time is valuable. Scale your organic marketing program right here from within the Conductor platform. Kick off new projects and start campaigns with services available from Conductor experts and our industry-leading partners. We vet and curate the best offerings to save you time, and projects are flexible and scalable. Easily request offerings in just one click and track the progress of all your projects. The next generation of Conductor is coming soon. Summer 2021. Join the waitlist today.
I love watching that. Thank you for watching that. You can join the waitlist and see the next version of our platform. We're putting so much energy and thought and love into it. I'm really, really excited about what we're creating to help all of you on your journey. So thank you.